Thank you so much, everyone who have managed to be part of this meeting. And I'm very happy and very excited to have got the invite to join this meeting. Let me say good evening because right now in Nairobi, we have something like some 21 minutes past 7 p.m. And I'm in Nairobi, Kenya. I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm a half caste of the two African countries. And for a little bit, being born with albinism, I faced quite a lot of challenges and discriminations within the communities that I grew up with. And and then that it added on also the wars that came up, the political instabilities, because there cannot be a stability when a country is facing a strong war. So we had lost all the family members, and I had to migrate to Uganda. And by the year 2018, I got to know about SINA. I was introduced to Etienne by a young man called Ernest. He's also a refugee from the DRC, and currently he's living in Australia, called Ernest. So he met me, and the way we shared, he was like, if you join SINA, there is a lot that you can become. I thought it was because I've never seen such or got such an opportunity in my life. And then he introduced me to it, and then I got to move to the scholar selection. And it person sent my fare from the Nakivale refugee camp to join the Social Innovation Academy. And by that, actually, I was still solo in English. I joined the SINA while I'm speaking a lot of French and the languages, but I wasn't really good in English. And let me say that my learning and open to opportunities began at the Social Innovation Academy. That was the first chance that I obtained in life. And I did quite well because I learned and I grew up at SINA through roles, and especially in the training and the ambassador role, in community as food coordinator, and more others. I shared quite a very good experience at the Social Innovation, equality, and I got the values of other human beings, and that is who I have become today. Quite the journey is so long because we are yet to be there, and when we look at what we are striving to do. Uganda was a learning experience to me and a very welcoming country, because before I left Uganda, I'd experienced a lot. While I was at the Social Innovation Academy, after acquiring the skills, especially in public communication, that was actually has made me a motivational public speaker, and in social entrepreneurship packages, trainings. I was selected at the National Action Plan for the persons living with albinism in Uganda. I was a task force team member there, and we served there since the year 2019 until the year 2020 when I left Uganda to Kenya. And all this happened because I was well trained at the Social Innovation Academy to become a young social entrepreneur. Now I become to combine the two together, the social entrepreneurship and the human rights activism, because since I was young, I was not feeling well being discriminated because of who I was born, and that would pain me a lot, but I had nowhere to express myself or someone to tell about my story. So, but when SINA listened to my story, they realized that one day I can become something in communities. And that is how they took me as any other scholar around. I also got to learn a lot and try to put in practice what I was learning. And I was also part of the team that began the Rwamanja Youth Innovation Hub. That's one of the SINA communities in Uganda. But then my time in Uganda, let me say, was already short, and maybe it wasn't the mission that I should serve in the Ugandan community. It was also a mission that I should be here so that we can see also what can be done to the youths who are also here around. Coming to that, it's been quite a long and an experience that cannot get out of mind. What we learned and what we shared at SINA, and that's what actually keeps me moving, because if SINA could make me who I am today, and totally full confident, well expressing myself and knowing what I want and how I can go for it, it really built me a lot, and it gave me a lot of values in societies. Wherever I appear, the skills that I acquired from the Social Innovation Academy makes me different from the other youths in the communities or in the society that I am in, because they did not get the chances to explore or to have such empowerment opportunities. And while being at SINA, I advocated in all the Uganda refugee camps, creating social inclusion and raising sunscreens to also distribute to other persons living with albinism as me at the refugee camp, because they cannot access them. And we linked up with organizations like the SNUPA, that's the Source of the Nile of Persons Living with Albinism, and then the Albinism umbrella, and they would really release sunscreens to us. And as the founder of Tusimame Africa Albinism Foundation, that's the organization that I started at the Social Innovation Academy to advocate for the persons living with albinism in Africa, trying to break the myths and the perceptions behind persons living with albinism. As some even countries, it's believed that using people living with albinism body parts, this can help them to gain wealth, to cure diseases such as HIV and more AIDS. That's why you find more rapes and sexual violence among young women with albinism. In many countries, as Malawi, Tanzania, some are being cut off their hands, their limbs, and others have been killed. From there, 2002 to date, we can have over 300 persons living with albinism that have been killed across Africa. And there are others who are sacrificed to rituals because they believe that through using them into the practice of the witchcraft magic, they can gain wealth, they can have superpowers, become immortal, and perform miracles. These are the reason why I angrily started the Tusimame, so that we can see if our voice can go far. However, up to date, we've not really done much due to lack of resources, because awareness advocacy needs funding, and at that level that we are, we've not been able to secure any formal funding. The Social Innovation Academy would support our activities at the refugee camps, and that's why whenever you come on our pages, you find all the refugee camp we attend to, and we reached the messages that SINA that was supporting us to do our workshops in Chakatu, in Rwamanja, in Nakival. We reached to them. And coming to the general parts of the social entrepreneurship, we've acquired skills, and those skills are making us really valuable in the market, even when it comes to the employment opportunities. Here in Kenya, it's hard for a foreigner, especially someone of my status, to get a job. It's totally difficult. But I went outside there and pitched, and I got a job that I was working in marketing with a company called Worldline Creatives International Kenya Limited, where it deals in tech and merchandise supplies. And I worked there for 11 months. However, due to a lot of instabilities and the changes happening in the government of Kenya, I happened to lost my job because the company went too low and they had to send some people home. That is how I come to lose the work, but it was already there. Then from that experience, I've managed to start my own small startup where we are a team of 4 people and we are working in supplying still promotional merchandise supplies, such as offices and teamworks equipments, such as and the school uniforms. And then also we are also doing recycling, turning some waste materials, adding values to them, and trying to target some of the clients that can buy for us. Due that it's giving me the hope that I can also still manage to bring youths up together and also have something to do in common, because Kenya also is a country where youths are suffering, and over 70% of the population are people under 30 years. And then again, the rate of unemployment among those people is over 80%. The people who are known as to be given a job are the people who are in over 35 and 40 years, because those are the people they believe that they have got the experiences that those companies or the public spaces needs, but the youths are still behind. And those are the youths who have gone to school, who have attended the colleges and the universities. Now, despite the youths who have not got the chance to go to school, despite the youths now who are just at the roadsides, who never even seen the blackboard, despite now the refugees, and Kenya is a country that's hosting the refugees from all the countries from Middle East, the countries from East Africa and Northern Africa, such as Sudan, Libya, and others, and also in the central part of Africa, like the Democratic Republic of Congo. All of those people from Rwanda, Burundi are here, millions of them. If the citizens of the country cannot be able to secure anything, then what happens to those who are not born there, who are just brought there and who came after losing everything? That is the pain that I feel, because when I lost everything, lost parents, like I have no sibling, like I'm just here as I am in Kenya, and I still feel for the others, but no way to help. But the only option is also if Nairobi can have a SINA community to operate around, and we can still be able to recover and to tap the lives of these young people who are also suffering and struggling in this country. SINA has been an opportunity to me a lot, and that's why I keep saying this expansion is not something to keep with, because if I, first of all, a part of being a refugee, also there is that part of having albinism, and those two, if they're paired together, that's beyond vulnerability. That's beyond being a disabled person. But if I could still come up in society and show that I also can, and beginning to attend international and speaking at international summits. One of them was the Pan-African Trade Summit 2024. I was a panelist and speaker. It took place here in Nairobi, June 15th at Catholic University. And we did quite well. And through that, we believe that we can still transform lives of many youths. As currently, we can do that something small, try to provide for ours. But the future is not limited from there. The mind is not limited from there. The resources is the one creating the gap, the crisis, so that we can get a space to reach many and empower many. Because even the story behind who have become today is also an encouragement to many. If it gets a platform, it and let it express itself very well. Because Even if I'm sure that many that I've met at the Social Innovation Academy, if we come to meet today, they will accept that it's me or it was me that they have met just for a few years, because I know that what I've learned, it's not something to keep down, but it is something to also put in practice, however lack of resources, however lack of funding opportunities, so that we can also reach and create impact for. But it has been really quite good. Concerning the advocacy practice, I'm a musician, also one of my profession. I play guitar. I'm a songwriter, and there's the song of celebrating the International Albinism Awareness Day that takes place every 13th June. In 2022, one of the writer, we wrote the song, 3 people, and we featured in 5 musicians, and 4 of us were with Albinism, where me and Peter Ogik, the founder of the SINA, then Paul and 6 months from Tanzania, and the wife to Paul. So that is how we sang that song. I sang, my inspiration in this is that my music talent can help me to reach 1 million across the world, in showing the people that we all the same people. We all the, and we carry the same image, and we can all do the same. That's the inspiration of me in music. However, I've not gotten the opportunity to explore this, to make this talent work, because in everything we still need a support in, so that also our talents can become true. But that song, it's really inspired, because it's having over 4 languages, which is English, Lusoga, Swahili, Spanish, and French. And the one who wrote the French parts and the Spanish part, and the one who sang the French part of it and the Spanish part of it, I'm sure it's gonna be played here tonight. And yeah, and one of those are some of the weapons that we believe that can reach millions and also still bring the change. Speaking on community engagement, we've been able to come outside the box and think critically as others think, and brought ideas down. And those are the 2 ideas that the 2 business ideas that we are pushing for now. One, it's called thinkattach.com, where I funded it, and we deal in tech industry. We are trying to grow in tech, dealing with prints and graphic designs, providing services like branding of any material. So that is what we are doing around. But because we've not got our own workshop and our own equipment, when we get a client who has the job, we use services providers, and so that we can get to deliver to the client. And then also for the fashion design, we are making the schools uniforms, as mentioned earlier. We are doing laptop bags, carrier bags, backpack bags, safari bags, and anything needed, staff uniforms. So, and we get to deliver to the client once we've got the client. But we are still so small in the market. We are still at start. But the vision to that is to see if we can be able to be collecting maybe a single coin each day, and to be able to also bring the model here in Nairobi, so that we can manage also to empower the other people who have been under frustrations as we are. At least for me, I say, yes, I have enough frustration because I've got this, and I've known that this is how I can also transform the lives of others. But I've known it because I've come to discover myself, and I've got that confidence that I can do it. Now the frustration is how do you get to start this? Who standing with you so that you can bring this up? But the frustration is no longer the side of the skills. It's no longer the side of knowing what you want to do and why do you want to do it. It's now just on one side. And as much as that is also found a solution, then that means also this side will be able to begin the trainings and begin also bringing up many talents also on board and to express themselves, and so that they can also explore and turn their talents into reality. Because the studio was a dream to me since I'm a kid, but I come to go to it and brought up a very well video song that trended Uganda and East Africa, and I'm sure when everyone watches it, yeah, there is talent in it. But at the end of the day,
when unique voices are united in a common goal, they make a difference.
Even though the eyes don't see each other, but still linked together. Even though we have different colors, but still we're the same people.
When we stand, you and I, we can do it. Together as one, we make a difference.
The real thing.
Pamoja, pamoja, tusimame pamoja, tusimame pamoja.
As one we stand to lift our voices. Let's come together, we make a difference.
Mama.
Yes, we come. As one we stand together. Yes, we come. As one we stand.
Yo, we may live different, but we have the same value. Listen, living together and working together, get successful together is our mission. Everybody, some gotta know, so let's practice love. Wisdom is power, remember crime does not pay. Together we can conquer the devil and live in unity. One love, twende pamoja. Rwanda, Burundi na Congo pamoja. East Africa twende pamoja.
Abasoka bagera ndio kwisanya n'amani abo wagagajira. As one we stand
to lift our voices. Let's come together, we make a difference.
Together,
yes we come.
together,
As one we stand together. Yes we come. As one we stand.
Assemblés, nous sommes tous une seule personne. L'union fait la force, nous devons être unis. Et puis les uns les autres, à tous ensemble au sol, capables de l'image, amener la lumière.
Tusimame pamoja.
Tusimame
Tutembee pamoja.
Tusimame
Pamoja ndio nguvu.